Barakathin Yahweh, Barakathin Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rokakadesh. Greetings to the hopeful elect. Alright, family. This is led by the Spirit. We're going to do Luke chapter 16, the parable of the unjust steward. And this is like, this morning the Spirit, I prayed to the Spirit, for guidance. And it led me to that because, over the week, yesterday, some family friends that I haven't seen in a while came over. And, I had a couple of drinks of intoxicating wine, a little more than I should have as an Israelite. And, it led to, I spent the rest of the night, battling, demons of, desires of lust and rebelliousness. But, I weathered the storm. It didn't get beyond that. So, prayed, to the Most High, and He led me to this. And it made perfect sense. So, as a watchman from Jasharala, Northern Kingdom, tribe of Zabulon, it's my duty to share with my peoples. So, let's proceed. The parable of the unjust steward. He also said to his disciples, there was a certain rich man who had a steward, and an accusation was brought to him that this man was wasting his goods. So he called him and said, what is this I hear about you? Give an account of your stewardship, for you no longer be steward. Then the steward said within himself, what shall I do, for my master is taking the stewardship away from me? I cannot dig, I am ashamed to beg. I have resolved what to do, that when I am put out of the stewardship, they may receive me into their houses. So he called every one of his master's debtors to him and said to the first, how much do you owe my master? And he said, 100 measures of oil. So he said to him, take your bill and sit down quickly and write 50. Then he said to another, how much do you owe? So he said, 100 measures of wheat. And he said to him, take your bill and write 80. So the master commended the unjust steward because he had dealt shrewdly. For the sons of this world are more shrewd in their generation than the sons of light. And I say to you, make friends for yourself by the unrighteous mammon, that when you fail, they may receive you into an everlasting home. He who is faithful in what is least is faithful also in much, and he who is unjust in what is least is unjust also in much. Therefore, if you have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to your trust the true riches? And if you have not been faithful in what is another man's, who will give you what is your own? No servant can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will be loyal to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve the living Elohim and mammon. Selah, hallelujah. Okay, so I'm going to break it down to you. See, for example, like yesterday, I didn't conduct myself like a hopeful elect, I had a couple of drinks. So therefore, I could have fallen stewardness. So obviously, I'm gonna make amendments. So for example, like when they say here that I went to the debtors, so then I'll go to cause these jakes I was family friends, they're hearers, they like to hear the word, but they're not doers of it, But I'll go there and try to preach this word, try to do this work regardless, see? And so when it says here that, so the Yahweh Shai could commend me for my efforts, see? Because, see, when it says here that, when it says here for the sons of this world are more shrewd, it's that, people of this world, they make moves like that, and the sons of life, we really, we should be that way too, make these moves, with conviction, get up, man, dust yourself off and redeem yourself, man, before the eyes of the Most High, man, And it says here that, so it says make your friends yourself, unrighteous mammon is that, unrighteous people, like, no matter what, even though you might not correct them, but, you're still preaching the word to them. So if you happen to, correct one, even if you fell out of grace, man, you're earning treasures in the heavens, man, for bringing a sheep back to the flock, or making a sheep part of the flock. See, so, but it says here also that he who is faithful in what is just, even if it's least, see, because, I'm a small prophet, you know what I mean? I'm a small watchman, from the tribe of Zebulon, not too many followers, I'm not like, a big, like, let's say, I'm not Judah, from like, GMS, but like head of camp, has a lot of following, and he's more richer, but nonetheless, see, even if I was, I could be big, one of the big brothers from Judah, man, from a camp, or even the lesser, if you don't value it, then how much less, are you going to value the things in the kingdom? So that's why I say here that, from the smallest brother to the biggest brother, it's your duty to be upright, see? And it says here that, And if you can't, do these things right now, much less in the kingdom. And when it says here that you can't serve two masters, is that it's true, man. I can't let that happen again, man. And if I hang out with these jakes, man, I gotta dictate the conversation, talk about the Lord, and not act, not revert to being Jake in the world for not even a slight moment. See, because you can't serve the living Elohim and serve men. You know what I'm saying? Because man's going in the wrong direction, and and hopefully like going, following the path. Adonai Mashiach Yahushai. So I hope this was edifying, family. It was a lesson well learned, man. I humbled myself, man. Bounced back. I had to do this. I had to share this lesson with y'all because I'm human just like all of us. Your old brother, whatnot, but still, like we gotta be careful. We can't have no stumbling blocks. You know what I'm saying? Period. Like it could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? Like I had desires to like for females when I was feeling a little buzz and little spirit of rebelliousness. Think Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shiloh, they didn't get further than that. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, man, you know what I'm saying? Stay the course, man. Right now, man, we have to be close to Elohim and to Yahweh Shai. Gotta be close to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai as we ever have been, man. And on that note, I want to say Shalom.